What's good? What's happening? What's cracking, everybody? It's your boy Kiki, and I am back with another video today. It was gonna happen sooner or later. What seems like the entire roster for Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 has leaked as of yesterday. I was in the server right when it happened. It was insane. Okay, so I'm about to get into that. For anybody who doesn't want this roster spoiled, leave now. This is your chance to leave now. This image has those characters in it. I'm gonna unblur it. But if you don't want any of that spoiled, this is your chance to leave. This whole video is gonna be spoilers, so if you don't want any spoilers, you might just have to miss out on this video for now. Until the game at least comes out. You can come back, but if you want to. But yes, let's go ahead and get this started, and then I'll get into my opinions on what the full roster looks like. Okay. Firstly, right? Let's just jump into this off rip. I like it. I am not opposed to the newcomers that we got. I do quite enjoy it. I think it's pretty funny. I think there are some really good picks here. I don't think there are any bad picks, but definitely interesting. Like, okay, I could see this making somebody mad, but for me personally, I'm cool with it. So let's just go on to who's new, who we knew was coming, who we didn't know was coming. Let's just do it. Excuse me. Okay. First, we got Gerald from Hey Arnold. I'm gonna start from here and go all the way around. Gerald from Hey Arnold. He was, so if you've been following the leaks, the whole Papageno stuff, all that stuff, he was the unexpected character. Definitely unexpected. I wasn't even thinking of Gerald because I just wasn't even thinking of him. This is Gerald. Arnold's not in the game. If Helga comes back, we would have 3 Arnold characters and none of them are Arnold. I think it's funny though. I'm not even tripping about it. But Gerald being in is cool. I could definitely see him having some funny alts, a funny moveset. Gerald being in is dope because Gerald, I don't know, he's just cool. Second, we have El Tigre. Now, El Tigre we knew about. El Tigre was the worst kept secret ever. Everybody knew El Tigre was coming. This is an awesome inclusion. Incredible character. Like, just great inclusion. But we knew he was coming. He wasn't a surprise at all. He had leaked earlier in the whole leak cycle, whatever. But that's awesome. Ember McLean from Danny Phantom. I finally got her name memorized now, because I've been seeing it so many times. I knew her. I forgot it when I was making that wishlist video. But Ember. Okay, Ember's cool. There is some controversy with her in the real world. I'm not going to talk about that here on the channel. If you know, you know. If you want to know, go look it up. Ember, incredible pick, great villain from Danny Phantom. More female picks, more female picks. This is awesome. I like that too. I can see her having a really cool moveset with her guitar. I think Tara Strong plays her, so that's a W. Ember being in is awesome. That's sick. I really do like that. Hopefully she brings. We got 2. If Vlad is playable, we got 2 new Danny Phantom reps, and that's awesome. Ember possibly brings also a new stage from Danny Phantom, which is really cool. I really like the Ghost Zone. It's one of my favorite stages. I would love to see like an Amityville stage, or maybe like, we already had a pirate ship in the game, so doing like the Ember pirate stuff would be a little bit redundant, but I don't know, they could bring new stuff from Danny Phantom. I'm always down for that. Next, we have Azula. Now, this one is, okay, Zuko was one of my most wanted, right? But I was perfectly okay with getting Azula for this game. I had no qualms about getting Azula for this game. She's a villain. She's a female rep. She has blue fire and lightning and shit. Like, she's cool as hell. Grey Delisle, I don't know if this is Grey Leslie, Grey Delisle, however you say her last name. If somebody could get the pronunciation for me in the comments, please. She's an amazing voice actor for Azula. Like, she brought that character to life in more ways than one. It's just, I don't know, Azula is a great pick. I love villains in games like that. I think villains are just as important as the heroes, and evening that out, I'm cool with not having Zuko. Like, I'm cool with it. I wasn't even, as soon as I seen Azula on here and no Zuko, I wasn't even tripping about it, because in my head, I already had a feeling that they were going to do something like that with Avatar. And it's so interesting. But I like Azula. Azula's cool. We already knew about Donatello. We already knew about Raphael. Now, this one is the what the fuck pick. This is the craziest. Grandma Gertie from Hey Arnold. Arnold's grandmother. I do not hate this in the slightest. I don't even dislike it. I think this is very funny. I don't know, but it also makes me feel a lot better because when we were speculating about like the roster and who could be in, who couldn't be in, I'm sorry, who could be in, who couldn't be in, my brain automatically went to like, okay, Nick is gonna probably want to promote newer shows, so probably a whole bunch of Loud House characters, probably Big Nate, maybe a Chipmunk from Alvin and the Chipmunks. Like I was thinking the worst. Grandma Gertie never came to mind. So this is infinitely better than what I was thinking of. My expectations were so low that this turned out pretty good for me. I tempered my expectations, and that never really happens. Usually my expectations are above what happens, but it was below, and I was like, okay, whatever. But I like how it turned out. Grandma Gertie, goofy character. She knows karate. She's always into something. Always up to something crazy. I think this is an awesome character. I would love to see how she plays. An old lady just whooping the avatar. I don't know. That's funny to me. That's just comedy. I mean, it's Nickelodeon. Come on, like, you can't take it too serious, right? But I think Grandma Gertie's an inspired pick. I feel like that's pretty good. I feel like that's funny. The Beavers, Daggett and Norbert, man, Angry Beavers, fantastic pick. Love the Beavers. I know a lot of people wanted the Angry Beavers. A lot of people were made happy by the Beavers. That is awesome that they got in. It's great. It's incredible. Okay. I don't know where, like, I don't know if people are like theorizing that they won't be a duo. I assume that they were going to be a duo from this picture right here. Like them being together in that one slide. I was like, okay, they're going to be a duo. That's just what I'm assuming. Right? We've gotten a duo character already. If they just make all the people you would think to be duos, like, I think that's cool. Like, I feel like Ren and Stimpy being a duo, Angry Beavers being a duo, it makes sense. Their stage could be cool, their dam. Oh my god, there's so much cool stuff about the Beavers. The Beavers such a good show. I'm excited. And this is the first time, this is history. This is the first time they've been playable in a Nickelodeon crossover game since 2000. There was like a racing game that they were playable in, and they haven't been playable again since then. Honestly, this is a lot of these characters' first appearance in a crossover game. Like Azula hasn't been in a crossover game, Ember hasn't, Grandma Gertie hasn't, Gerald hasn't. I think they're a lot more. Majority of these characters are new, with the exception of like the last character we're gonna get into. But the Beavers being here, I'm liking it. I like how this filled out, especially. Well, we're gonna get into that later. Let me get to this last new character, Plankton. I mean, what can I say? Plankton was in some of my most wanteds in that last video. It's a villain. He's the villain of SpongeBob. Like, it just makes sense to have Plankton in. Plankton over Krabs, I'm cool with that too, because I am in the Krabs for DLC kind of boat. Because it's funny, right? For the bit. Plankton in that giant robot too. Now, I don't know if that robot's just gonna be big or if it's gonna be actually giant, like kind of like an Iron Giant-esque character, like from Multiverses. If they do make it giant, though, I'm interested to see how that will work out. But if it could just be big. I'm not expecting it to be super huge, but I could be wrong. But Plankton being in, awesome. I would love to. I can't wait to hear his voice actor. I can't wait to see the different ults with him and this robot. I feel like it's gonna be like, what they're gonna do is have Plankton have a little version of the costume, and then have the robot be like painted a certain color and have different like accessories. I can see that now, clear state. And then of course, last, we already knew about Vlad. We still have not 100% if he's playable. I'm leaning towards he is. Like, that'd be kind of weird, put him on the cover, but he's not playable. I can understand like selling Danny Phantom fans like, oh, here's Vlad Plasmius, he's in the game, but hopefully they make him playable, or at least like unlockable after beating the story mode or whatever. But yeah, these are all the newcomers that have been rumored. There still could be more. We don't know what is going on behind the scenes exactly. But yeah, now let's get into a more controversial part of this whole leak. Like, this is where it comes down to the wire. Since the first trailer, we have not seen a number of veterans from the last game, leading people to believe that there are going to be cuts. I am in the middle of the fence. I have no clue what's going to happen. From here, you can see there's a lot of negative space for them to put more characters, especially like above Vlad. Like, this is like graphic design. This is like a sin in graphic design. All this negative space here, like, no. Like, Donatello being this far out but everybody else being is back, like it just leads me to believe there's gonna be more people, you know, or there's gonna be people filling in these spots. But I could be wrong. Stranger things have happened. So there's a camp of people who think there's gonna be a lot of cuts of people we haven't seen aren't coming back. There's a camp of people who think there's no cuts. Everybody's coming back. Now, if there's no cuts, let's see what the roster would look like with no cuts. So shout out to QG, fellow content creator, and Nick Brawl Discord user. Told me he had made this just for like a graphic, and I was like, hey, can I use this in a video? Because it's really good, it's really useful. So this is what the roster would look like with no cuts. Everybody comes back from the first game. All the newcomers are in from that reveal. Everybody's here. So let's see how many characters is. I never counted it out. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what's that? 9, 4, 36. 37 characters. If Vlad is playable, 37 characters. If everybody comes back, 37 characters. I think that's a damn good roster, personally. And I've seen a lot of other people say like, okay, this roster's pretty good if everybody comes back. Like that's the thing. If everybody comes back, this roster's awesome, right? I'm cool with this. Like, I have very few qualms about it. Like some picks I can see, like I said, I know Arnold's kind of funny, but at the same time, it makes sense with his character. He's a pacifist. He doesn't like to fight. A true pacifist, he really doesn't like violence. But like Aang's a pacifist, but he's the Avatar. He has to fight. And then Danny, Ember, Vlad, like this is cool. Like this is awesome. El Tigre being in, Jenny being in, Zim, Beavers, Nigel, and Rocco, like Cat Dog. This scrapes a good, because we got 2000s, we got the 90s, we got some of the 2010s, we got. It's really surprising that how limited the Loud House characters are. Let me not jinx that though. Let me knock on wood, because if this is the case, there's only 2 Loud House characters. But this is the good ending. This is the ending that'll make the most people happy. Let's look at the bad ending. This is the roster, presuming that all the characters we have not seen show up again from the first game, that's not on that picture, got cut. This is a crazy difference. So we went from 37. So we got 25, 26. Going from 30, 37 to 26. Woof. I hope not. I really hope not, because the roster went from it's pretty good. This is pretty good to glaring omissions. Getting rid of Cat Dog, that should be a war crime. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like that should be I don't know. And the thing is, this is a possibility, because like it was implied in that interview I read in one of those first videos, that everything you need to know, that there were going to be cuts. They said they built every single character from the ground up. 98% of the game is built from the ground up. So it could be cuts. The only thing is just like logic. Logic is the only thing helping this full roster. Like, why would you, like, the first game had Leo and Mikey. This game we got Don and Raph. Cutting Leo and Mikey and putting the other turtles in, it's just blasphemous, right? It's just, that is crazy. Cutting 2 turtles and keeping April, insane. Cutting Shredder and keeping April's crazy. Lincoln and Lucy's still there, but Lincoln, the main character of the show, is gone. Like, it doesn't make sense for them to cut these characters. Like, some people I can see getting cut. Oblina, like, if there's anybody to get cut, it's Oblina. Who else got cut? Toph got replaced. If that's the case, Toph gets replaced with Azula, which is still like, oof, you playing with fire, no pun intended, doing some stuff like that. Sandy's gone, right? This is okay for SpongeBob, but it's Sandy. Come on, right? Sandy had a solid moveset. Sandy was cool. This is where speculation is now, since we know the majority of who the newcomers are. We don't know DLC, so speculation is DLC, and if people got cut. Like, it's not This is not new. Like, people get cut in fighting games all the time. It's literally a fighting game thing of people getting cut, but that many characters, unprecedented. Unprecedented. I don't know. This is, I'm worried. I'm worried. Like I said, we got two outcomes here. We got two outcomes. Even this roster. Here's the thing. Also, I like this roster, but a lot of people think this roster is kind of weak. Some people not mess with this roster, and I could understand that thought. Me personally, though, this roster's solid. Like, that's I like it. I really like it a lot. I don't know, man. It's scary. It's we getting into the scary hours. We got a couple months till the game comes out. We got all the market. It's really crazy that it leaked this early too. It leaked so early in the game. The game was announced last week, and the whole roster just came out. It didn't take this long. Last time it took like until September for the game to leak. I think it was September around then, and the game was about to come out next month. This time it was a weekend, so we know who the characters are. It's just, like I said, DLC. The gameplay features, I'm excited to see how it goes. I'm still going to be covering it, of course. I still want to do, like I did last time, going through, if they do character breakdowns, I want to watch all those, react to those, but let's get it started. I guess we full force into this. Like I said, good ending, bad ending. Like I said, newcomers are still awesome. I love the newcomers, but my goodness, I don't think some of them was worth them cuts, if that's the case. Yeah, I don't know, but I'm still excited for the future of this game. I'm still excited to play as new characters: Azula, Ember, Vlad, Elsie Gray. Like, I'm really excited. Beavers, Gerald, Gertie. I'm like, all the newcomers. I'm excited to play as them. I hope everything's fun. I hope the story mode's awesome. I hope everything's cool, great. I'm still optimistic for the future of this game, but I'm praying that roster, them cuts don't exist, or if it is, it's minimal. It's not all of them people gone. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you're scared, if you're excited, if you hate it, if you love it, if you're ready, if you're not ready, get ready, stuff like that. If you like this video, go ahead and leave a like. If you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe. It's been Key G, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.